While murderers raise the body count, Columbia U still wants the cops out. Yeah, they want campus police decreased even after students end up deceased. The Student Teachers Union at Columbia University remains committed to severing all ties with the NYPD, while they seem to be cool with knife-wielding criminals. This is a sentiment also shared by many undergraduates who continue to push for the removal of cops from their campus. Yeah, they want the campus free of cops the same way their brains are free of thought. And this despite the fact that 2 students in the last 2 years have been murdered near school property. The most recent happening earlier this month when a 30-year-old grad student from Italy was randomly stabbed to death in the stomach while walking home from soccer practice. Police arrested the alleged perp, a young gang member with a lengthy rap sheet. We've heard that before. During the George Floyd protest, Columbia's Student Workers Union called for the university to, quote, immediately cut ties with the NYPD and the New York City Police Foundation and divest from any funding for police. Ban police from all Columbia campuses and redirect funds towards supporting Black and Indigenous people. Of course, Black and Indigenous people suffer more when cops aren't around. To their credit, the NYPD says they beefed up their presence, although using the word beefed probably triggers the vegan students. But despite the recent murder, these students would still rather protect criminals than themselves, proving once more that paying $58,000 a year in tuition usually means you're stupid. Period. Walter, why don't we give them what they want? Why don't we just say, okay, police free, just like they did in The Wire, you know, where they made that one part of the town, it's like a sanctuary city for criminals. Why not do it?
Columbia, the purge.
Yes.
Well, first of all, I went to Princeton University. That's a true fact. And we looked down on Columbia. I was never sure why we looked down on Columbia, but now I feel good about it.
I went to Trinity and I looked down on Columbia.
Yeah. The cops hate them too. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You know, the cops aren't there because they love protecting these people who dislike them. They're there out of duty, and this is what they get. I actually have a young friend from Idaho who's at Columbia University, and when I saw this story about the murders, I was afraid for him.
Right.
And there are people from all over the world expecting Columbia to protect them. They're not all American liberals there. They're people from, you know, little towns and other countries and so on, and to expose them to this American woke madness is so inhospitable. I mean, it's wrong.
That is true, because when people come here because they feel safe and because of just the values that America has, and then you go to a campus where they actually hate the values, Iris. They get there and they go like, didn't I escape Guatemala?
Right.
And now I got to deal with like or the lawlessness of Brazil or something like that, and then they come to Columbia.
But that's the point, and that's what, to piggyback off what Mr. Kern said, it's a first world problem. Most woke people live in the first world.
Yeah.
Like their hardest thing in the morning is if they're out of their almond milk.
Yeah.
You know, and then all they have to do is get on their phone and order it, and it will come to their door in about 15 minutes. But during that 15 minutes, they're going to get on Instagram and write some scathing emails and try to shut down almond milk.
I've done that.
For not having enough substance in the cartons. There should be more. It should be bigger. So that's the world they live in. Unfortunately, it's a small group.
Yeah.
I'm sure this group that wanted to get rid of the cops wasn't 5,000 strong. It was 6 or 7. And they're the ones who don't go to class, and are those same ones that you interview on Water's World, and you ask them a math question, and they answer with alphabet soup. Yeah. So we give them this, we're talking about it, but that's not the real pulse of this country.
Yeah.
You know, and the reason why the police are there, because I guarantee you, as soon as the cops aren't there for one of these special first worlders, they're going to be so upset and screaming, why me? You're supposed to protect me. Where were you? You know, and then they have to go to psychiatrists and everything else because they're abandoned by the police. And somebody will say, well, weren't you the guy who said you didn't want them there? Well, that was different. Yeah. So, you know, let them talk, but just hit mute.
Jesse, I would like a cop-free week in these places, and then promote it. Say, like, there's going to be no cops here for the whole week, everybody.
I don't think that would go well, Greg.
No, I don't think so either.
I don't think it would go well. And when I was in college, the phrase body count had a different meaning.
Yeah, that's true. You're talking about the band.
Mine was 0.
You're talking about the band.
Mine was 0. Freshman year especially.
I have no idea.
Could have been -0. We should apologize to the Italians. I mean, imagine if an American college student had gone to Italy to go to college and had just gotten killed like that. This would have been on Fox 24/7. And we would have been demanding us do something about those Italians. And we would want justice. But this happens in the United States and America. An Ivy League institution, an exchange student from Italy gets slaughtered, and no one says anything. And we don't apologize. The Italians don't say anything. I mean, have the Italians said anything?
I don't know. I don't really watch the news.
I am sorry to the Italians.
No, but it's true. It's another story that just went away, much like the
Waukesha massacre.
Yeah, the SUV that caused that death.
Yeah,
very true. All right, Kat, care to comment on this story?
Yeah, not to reach out to the Italians.
It's called diplomacy.
Yeah,
maybe Kamala could do it.
You did go,
yeah.
Great
Find
job.
the root cause.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they're just more scared of being called racist than they are of being stabbed. And like, I get it. You don't always want cops around, you know? I don't want cops outside my apartment all day long. But if people kept getting stabbed and shot there, I might be like, you know what? There can be cops. And I think most people feel that way. I think a lot more people agree with that, but they're just afraid to say so.
Yeah, but it's true. It's like it's the administration that just wants to appear woke, and they're willing to sacrifice student safety to reach that end.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.